On Saturday, we saw the NBA's best rookies face off. The top two picks of the 2025 NBA draft, Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, and it lived up to the hype. Flagg exploded for a game-high 31 points, showcasing some electrifying dunks. Meanwhile, the number two pick, Dylan Harper, made his long-awaited debut after a minor groin injury, scoring 16 points in just 20 minutes. The two will play each other a lot for the years to come, and this is only the beginning. So to break down this 1 versus 2 matchup, we bring in our NBA front office insider, Bobby Marks. Bobby, what stood out to you the most about Cooper Flagg's second Summer League performance?
How much time do we have? I think what stood out is how much better he got from game 1 to game 2, and I think there's certainly a comfort level. What you saw for Cooper Flagg, the one thing I wanted to see with him is the ability to go left, and as you see right here, that's the one concern scouts had, and it felt like he made it a mission for every one of his drives to go left. Once he was able to go get downhill like we saw in this game, it kind of just opened up everything for Cooper. He was able to make some shots, certainly getting to the rim here. But as Summer League, as you know, it's about experimenting. It's about getting better each game, and I think we certainly saw that with Cooper Flagg in game 2.
Yeah, and to your point, Flagg said after the game that they want to see him be more aggressive. So 8 for 13 at the free throw line is reflective of that, but he wasn't happy about his missed free throws. He said his mom is going to be upset with him, so you got to love that about him and his mom. Now, you mentioned the improvement of Flagg from game 1 to game 2, so outside of that, who is one player that impressed you the most so far in the Summer League?
Well, it's the one player we talked about a lot last year, and we haven't really talked about this year. It's Bronny James. And you're going to look at his box score the last 2 games, and it's 7 for 18, and he scored 22 points. What's impressed me the most is his defense. And I think we saw that last night against New Orleans, where he had 2 steals, he had a block here, and that's going to be his calling card as far as for him to get into the NBA, is from a defensive angle here, as far as in a thin Laker backcourt. So I like what I saw with Brian James. I like what I saw with Terrence Shannon Jr., who Minnesota is going to rely a lot on this year, especially with the loss of Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Yeah, and that's what's so fun about Summer League. You get to watch these young players get a lot of run and improve throughout the summer. Bobby, we appreciate you waking up early with us. I mean, it is early in Las Vegas, and here you are up. I hope you can get a nap in. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
One of the better centers on the market. If Deandre Ayton was a free agent before the buyout, he would have been probably the second best center in free agency behind Miles Turner. So it's an upgrade. We've been talking about getting them a center. I think now the big thing is now what's going to be the next move for this Lakers team, because that depth in that backcourt is awfully thin.
Yeah, Tim McMahon, when you look at next moves, the Lakers, there's a lot going on with the Lakers right now. Some of it has to do with putting together the best possible team for this year, and some of it is bigger picture. When you're looking at the Lakers and the way they're operating right now, what stands out to you?
I mean, the priority is the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is Luka Doncic. He's eligible to sign an extension next month. How does he feel about this? How does LeBron feel? That's not the priority. It's a potential headache, but it's not the Lakers' priority. It's about Luka. It's about trying to instill confidence in him that they can build a contender here, that there is a bright future in LA, and Deandre Ayton may or may not be part of that. To this point in Deandre Ayton's career, he's been a talented doofus, right? There's a reason this former #1 overall pick, who's an immensely talented, athletic, chiseled 7-footer, has been dumped by 2 franchises. Now, this is a golden opportunity for him to come in and prove he's willing to do the dirty work. He's willing to do the kind of things necessary to thrive with Luka Doncic. But again, it gets back to Luka Doncic is the center of the Lakers universe and the priority moving forward.
Well, you always see talented doofuses go to LA and just lock in. You always see that.
At no point has anyone said the Lakers had a need to fill at doofus, but I guess here we are. Listen, what Tim said was LeBron's not the priority, but it's a potential headache. Like, this is out there, and it's out there because Rich Paul put it out there.
That's
so
right.
we're not making too big a deal of this. This was brought up, but isn't the fact that Luka's the priority part of the issue? The Lakers are looking toward a future that probably doesn't have LeBron in it. How do you think this all plays out this summer?
I mean, if you're talking about what the likeliest scenario is, I think the likeliest scenario is that LeBron James and Luka Doncic are playing together in September in Los Angeles, because there's not really a good logical option for LeBron James to do other than that. If he had wanted to truly explore the studio space
and see where if he wanted to play somewhere else. He had a very easy way to do that, which was to opt out of his $52.6 million contract on Sunday. The fact that he did not do that he opted in, that he took the money, means that he's stuck in a situation now, or I shouldn't even say stuck, he's in a situation now where he's under contract, he has a no-trade clause, it's very difficult to trade him, and that, to me, leads to all signs pointing towards him and Luka remaining partners on a team that could still be very good.
Sounds simple, but as we know, tell me all you want, and I believe you, like the most likely outcome is LeBron's on the Lakers this year, but it doesn't seem like anybody can get it to 100%, right? Like there's still something hanging out there. And when you hear Windy, who earlier in the week was pretty solid on that's where he's going to be, leave the door open a little bit. What do you think? You start imagining him on other teams?
Yeah, of course you do.
Which one?
You have to. Well, first of all, like when again, I go back to the statement that Rich Paul said when he talked about wanting to have a team that can compete for a championship, when he wants to play for a championship. And as Windy said, there's only 1 year right now. So this could be a farewell tour. So put all that stuff together, and you have to think, where is the fastest, easiest path to the NBA Finals for LeBron James? It's the place he has avoided his entire career. That's right, everybody. It's right here in New York.
Oh, boy.
I want to see, I dare him, I double dog dare him. Like, if you really, really believe in all the words you're saying right there, the one place that you know you could go, all you have to do is say it. Sing it if you want, like Sinatra, New York, New York. If he does that, that's a gigantic narrative that you know he loves. They all like they love being part of the story. And it's a place that you could say, if he comes here, there is a path to the NBA Finals. And let me remind everybody, this New York franchise, the Knicks, more than a half century since they won a championship. He has 4. He's not going to catch Michael Jordan with 6, right? But a lot of people think if you win 1 here, it's like equal to 2. So just think about that. If you want the best story possible, because I'm all about the story, LeBron to New York is the best story.
This is what I'm talking about. Why did it take you till Thursday to get here? We've been sitting here all week listening to voices of reason.
Yes,
what do you think?
That's right.
What do you think about Alan?
I mean, look, as much as a Knicks to LeBron to the Knicks story would be fun, it is very difficult to see it happening for a variety of reasons. One, LeBron has a no-trade clause, so you have to make a deal that satisfies LeBron and the Knicks and the Lakers. That's going to be difficult to do on many levels. 2, again, I will remind everyone, LeBron James could have been a free agent and chose to play for any of the 30 NBA teams, and he opted into his $52.6 million contract.
$52 million.
That is correct. He wanted to get his $52.6 million. Once you take the money, though, it makes it very difficult to get him anywhere, let alone to a Knicks team that is right up against the second apron. They can't take on extra money. It's very hard to move stuff around. So, as much as it would be fun to happen, I do not see it happening with LeBron coming to the Knicks.
Difficult, Bobby, but if LeBron were to make it known that he wanted to do something like this, if we're living in the world that Alan Hahn has beautifully created for us here, where LeBron wants to go to New York
and some fun.
Let the Lakers know. How would that possibly work?
Well, who invited Alan to the show? I mean, we were smooth sailing the first 3 days here. No, I'm kidding, Alan. Listen, I would say it's a lot easier to do this in the offseason than during the regular season because rosters are expanded to 21 right now, and certainly something like this would be complicated because of all the moving parts. I would say this, anything is possible in the CBA. You just have to be creative and you have to expand it, but when you're looking at the Knicks roster, really the only player that works would be Karl Anthony Towns. Because when you're looking at everyone else, we get into all these complicated CBA rules, whether it be aggregating contracts and the Lakers' inability to take back more money because they're hard capped at the first apron here. So when you look at all those semantics, really it's just Towns for, I know, Alan.
This league is killing me. It used to be fun. You could make trades. It was all possible, but you're right. The rules do make it difficult.
But here's the one thing that I keep on going back to that Rich Paul statement on I guess it was Monday. And in that statement it said to win a championship, right? The trade market, and I know I said on Monday that there was no market for him, and I say that there's no market for him because I go back to that statement. If you're going to make a trade, you are trading away 2 or 3 core pieces of your roster. And what that roster looks like right now is going to be awfully different with a LeBron James on your roster. It's probably going to be even more diminished than what it currently is.
The goal was truly to win a championship. He wouldn't have opted into his contract because he isn't winning a championship with the Lakers, and it's very difficult to get LeBron off the Lakers to a team where he can win a championship.
And let me quickly be clear.
I want to get McMahon in.
I just want to be clear here, but what I'm saying is really more about LeBron and less about the Knicks. It's not the Knicks pursuing him. It's LeBron saying, if I want to go somewhere, that's the place I want to go, and I'd be curious to see if he would ever do it.
McMahon, you agree with that? Like, if LeBron did want to go somewhere to win a championship, do the Knicks make sense?
I mean, the easiest path is to go east, so it makes sense. Knicks, we could talk about Cavs if we want to continue to kind of live in, fairy tale land. But Bontemps, as much as it pains me to say it, is right. LeBron opted in. When he did that, he prioritized finances, $52.6 million, over flexibility. Now, maybe he's going to get to a point where he says, I got my cake and I want to eat it too. Give me a buyout so I can go wherever the hell I want. I would say, why would the Lakers give him a $50 million, whatever it ends up being in the negotiations, going away present? I think it's probably going to require a buyout for any of these scenarios to be realistic possibilities, just because why would you give up a guy like Karl Anthony Towns, part of your foundation moving forward, for what probably is going to be a ring-chasing retirement tour?
That's right. If you put LeBron on the Knicks as currently constructed,